Hey T-Squad, it's Kirsty. So today, we need to talk about Jennifer Lopez. Because this Coachella moment, this wasn't just a cute little surprise appearance. This was a statement. And once you really break it down, it starts looking a lot more strategic than spontaneous. So here's what happened. On April 11th, during David Guetta's set at Coachella, the crowd is already hyped. Music is going, normal festival energy, and then suddenly, he starts teasing something. He plays Waiting for Tonight. You know, one of Jennifer's most iconic tracks. Visuals of J.Lo start popping up. And right there, you already know what's coming. He tells the crowd he's brought out a special guest, and then says something that actually matters. He says it's her first ever Coachella. Now that detail, that's not small, because we're talking about Jennifer Lopez, someone who's been in the industry for decades. Massive global star. Music, film, fashion, everything. And somehow, this is her first Coachella performance? That instantly turns this from guest appearance into a moment, because now it's a milestone. And then she comes out. And exactly as expected, she doesn't come out casual. No, she steps out in a sparkling silver bodysuit covered in rhinestones, paired with thigh-high boots. She's got a statement jacket layered over it. Some described it as green, feathered, almost dramatic stage energy. And, of course, sunglasses. Because it wouldn't be J.Lo without that "don't look at me, but also look at me" energy. And let's be real, she looked like a headliner, not a guest. So she hits the stage and performs Save Me Tonight with David Guetta. Now, this is important, because this wasn't just any performance. This was the first time that song had ever been performed live. The track itself only dropped recently. So this Coachella moment basically becomes its official launch to a massive audience. And that is not accidental. That is textbook rollout behavior. During the performance, she's not just standing there either. She's moving. She's interacting with dancers. She removes the sunglasses, removes the outer layer, fully transitioning into performance mode. And again, that matters, because it turns it from a cameo into a mini show inside someone else's set. Now, here's where we zoom out a bit. Because if you look at this in isolation, sure, it's a cool moment. But when you place it in context, that's when it starts looking calculated. Jennifer had just wrapped her Las Vegas residency not long before this. That's a whole era, closed. Then suddenly, new music drops. Then suddenly, she appears at Coachella. That is not random timing. That is a transition phase. And then we get to what she said after. Because this is where celebrities really tell you what they're doing without saying it directly. She posts about the performance, calls it one of the most fun experiences, talks about performing live for the first time at her first Coachella, and then drops the line, "My happy era is rewriting everything." Now listen carefully. Whenever a celebrity starts naming their era, they are building a narrative. This isn't just about music anymore. This is about image. She's pushing this idea that she's in a phase of freedom, confidence, happiness, reinvention. And Coachella becomes the visual proof of that. Because think about it. You don't just say you're in a happy era. You show up glowing. You perform. You look confident. You control the moment. And suddenly, people start believing it. And that's exactly what she did here. Now, let's talk strategy for a second. Because this is where it gets interesting. Coachella is one of the biggest cultural stages in the world. Everyone's watching. Clips go viral instantly. Fashion gets analyzed. Performances get replayed. So, if you want to reinsert yourself into the conversation, that's where you go. And she didn't just attend. She made sure she had a recognizable hit callback with Waiting for Tonight, a brand new song debut, a visual moment with the outfit, and a headline angle with First Coachella. That is a perfect storm for attention. And here's the thing people don't always say out loud. Jennifer Lopez has always understood how to stay relevant. She doesn't rely on just one lane. It's always music, film, fashion, branding, all moving together. Because while all this is happening, she's also got film projects lined up, including a new rom-com that's expected to drop later. So again, this is not one moment. This is a bigger rollout. And that's why I don't see this as random at all. This was polished. This was timed. This was designed to remind people she's still here. And whether you love her, or you feel like you've seen this formula before, you still watched. That's the power of it. Because not every celebrity at Coachella leaves with a story. Most just exist in the background. Jennifer Lopez? She left with headlines. So the real question is this the start of a full comeback era? Or is this just a perfectly executed reminder of her brand? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like she's setting the stage for something bigger. And honestly, it worked. Let me know what you think, T-Squad. Was this iconic comeback energy? Or just smart PR dressed up as a surprise? Like and subscribe, and keep sipping that tea.